Hi, ISI students. My name is Mohammed. I'm a fifth year ISI student and one of the execs with the Integrated Science Student Association. And this video, I'll be doing a quick tutorial on the degree proposal builder / planning tool I've been developing to help streamline the process of creating or editing your degree proposal and showing you all how to get started with it. So we're going to be covering what the purpose of the tool is and how exactly it tracks individual proposals across sessions or across devices, how the actual builder / editor tool works, how the real-time validation checks the various types of credits within your degree proposal, and hopefully answer any of the frequently asked questions or concerns that might pop up along the way. Just some minor disclaimers before we get started. For the second years developing their proposals for the first time, this will not be where you actually submit your proposal. That will still be done on the official ISI website. I designed this tool more so with the idea that you can go and plan out your degree here and see exactly where you might be missing some requirements, or you might need some extra classes. You will still also need approval from your faculty mentor, as well as from the Integrated Science office when you submit your proposal before it's finalized. However, you will be able to see exactly if you're meeting all of the upper year requirements or the science credit requirements and so on. So the tool is designed for both new ISI students entering second year and looking to make their proposal for the first time, or upper year students looking to make changes to their proposal and wanting to make sure that the new class list that they have still meets all of the ISI faculty requirements. So you'll be able to enter all of your courses on here, and it'll automatically tell you which requirements you're filling and where you might be missing some credits. And then you can easily, if you're a second year student, submit it on the official website without having to actually plan it out on the website, which can be a little bit difficult. Or if you're upper year student, send in your request to have your proposal changed. Before we jump into looking at the tool itself, I want to quickly explain how the website actually tracks and stores individual proposals. So every time the ISI degree proposal website here is visited, a unique session ID will be generated at the end of the URL, as you can see here. And this URL is essentially what stores your proposal. So if you access the website on your computer, say, and create a proposal, and later you want to see it on your phone, as long as you're entering that same URL into your phone, you'll be able to see the exact same proposal. And this URL will be active for 24 hours. However, after 24 hours of inactivity, the data will be deleted. However, again, as long as it's accessed once every 24 hours, the data will be stored for as long as you're continuing to use it. All right, and with that, let's jump into how to actually use the planning tool. There's going to be three main features that we have. So it's going to be choosing our stream, adding and removing disciplines, and then adding and removing courses within those disciplines. So at the top here, you can see we can choose between the regular stream or the honor stream, and then when we change it on the sort of sidebar here, the requirements are going to reflect the change in whatever we've chosen. So for purposes of this demonstration, we'll stick with the regular stream, but all the same functionality will apply to the honor stream as well, just with, again, slightly different requirements. So to get started, we can come to the top of our page and create a new discipline. Say we want to create a neuroscience discipline. We can go ahead and write in neuroscience and hit add discipline. This will then create a new discipline underneath our ISI discipline where we can then add in courses. So say we'd like to fill out our ISI core requirement first. We can go ahead and come up to our ISI discipline here and enter in the courses that we'd like to take. As you can see, when we enter in courses, we can either search for them by the course code, so ISI 312, or if we just were to write in symmetry, the course would also pop up. And then when our individual discipline is completed, in that it meets all the requirements, we'll see that it'll go green on the side here. And then in real time, as we're adding courses, they'll also be tabulated on the side here in our sidebar. So we have 7 of our 40 science credits, as well as all 7 of our ISI credits that we require. And once we're done with the discipline, we can go ahead and collapse it down and move on to adding and removing courses from other disciplines. The functionality, of course, remains the exact same for adding and removing courses to other disciplines, and we can still look up the courses in whatever way we'd like. But I'd like to quickly look at how the credit tracker looks at honorary science credit. So say you want to add a few courses to our neuroscience discipline in Psych 304 and Psych 301. Both of these courses, of course, have honorary science credit, 6 and 3 respectively. And on our sidebar here, we can see that our honorary science credit tracker is telling us that we're just below our limit of 10 honorary credits that we can use to count toward our science credit totals, which are currently being tabulated with the 9 and the 16 here, of course, the 16 including our ISI credits. However, say we'd like to add another honorary science class in KIN 313. We can see now that KIN 313, which also has 3 honorary science credits, is putting us over our limit of 10. And although we are still able to add it to our discipline, the credits from this course will no longer be added in toward our science credit totals. Not even the 1 credit, because we're not able to include any partial credits within the calculation of our science credit totals. Beyond science and honorary science classes, any courses within faculty such as public health, which do not have any science or honorary science credit, will only count toward the credits within that individual discipline discipline, as well as our overall discipline credit requirement for our proposal. We can, of course, also delete courses and entire disciplines as we're making our proposal, as well as switching between the regular and honor stream if you'd like to see how your proposal matches up against the requirements of the two streams. Trying to add in a course has already been added, as well as trying to include a course such as Microbiome 407, which is completely restricted to ISS students, will result in an error message and we won't be able to add the course. Skipping ahead to an example of a complete proposal here, we can see that once we've completed a proposal and met all the requirements, our credit tracker on the sidebar will tell us that we have a valid proposal and that we've met all the requirements and exactly how many credits we have within each requirement. So we can see how many total discipline credits we have, as well as how many science credits and honorary science credits, and we can see that we're still under our limit here. And because of that, our proposal is all good to go. That sums up our actual degree proposal builder. We can navigate over to the resources page to find a few other links, the ISI curriculum requirements page, as well as the proposal guidelines page, where you can find some more timelines, as well as official instructions and requirements from the official ISI website. We can also find some more planning tips, as well as some common mistakes that might occur while you're designing your proposal, and it links to a few other places where you can find some extra support and resources during your degree proposal planning process. If you have any suggestions for other features you'd like to see on the website, or if you come across any bugs while using it, please do reach out using the submit suggestions/bugs tool, and I'll be trying my best to incorporate those or fix those as fast as possible. If you found this tool useful, do share it with other ISS students. The more we have using it, the more feedback we get, the better we can make it for everybody. Do also check out the Integrated Science Student Association Instagram, as well as our other socials, where you can find announcements about all of our upcoming events, including our degree proposal workshop, as well as our Meet Your Mentor event, which can be super helpful, especially for second-year ISS students designing their proposals for the first time. Do also check out our Discord, where you can ask upper-year ISS students any questions you have about being an ISS student, or course questions, whatever might pop up. Until then, best of luck with degree planning.